Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Beck, and I am here to bring back this channel. I started about a year and a half ago with a talking video just like this, and I'm pretty sure that's about as far as I got at the time. So all I can do is try again. My channel will be weight loss related and definitely keto related. I'd love to do vlogs, basically what's out there already, but just to keep myself accountable, I found that last time when I did stick to keto, in the periods that I did stick to keto, having Instagram was huge for me. It really, really helped. I got excited about taking photos. I got excited about making food. So I'm hoping that I can make that work here on this platform on YouTube. And I really, really, really want to, and I'm going to dedicate myself again. I always do, but this time I'm hoping we can make it stick, or I can make it stick. No excuses, just lack of willpower and multiple other things have taken me off course, but here I am to get back on course. So tomorrow will be my first proper day back on keto. This week's going to be a little rough for some personal reasons, but we should be okay with that, and I can make it work. So I've just cut up a bunch of steaks, and I'm pretty much going to, my whole plan, I'm just going to outline my plan here. This is just going to be a bit of a quick introduction of what my ideas for this channel will be. At the moment, it's just be vlogging, going out, getting food, making food, talking to you about my issues, my struggles. Because I've actually been on and off keto for maybe about 2 years now. I think I picked it up in about June of 2017. At that time, it completely and utterly reversed. 2017 would have made me 32, so at that point I'd been overweight pretty much my entire life, and keto came along and just changed. It turned everything upside down and showed me that there was a whole different way of eating, a whole different way, and the scientific facts behind the way keto works and how it just all makes so much more sense to me than eating the calories in, calories out way. So keto works for me. I mean, saying that, I haven't actually been able to stick to it in 2 years. There's multiple reasons that I'm not going to go into about that. A lot to do with just my mental state, and but as I get older, each year goes past. A few things happen. I know that I have to get going. I have to really start putting time into myself, which I should have done years and years ago. And I think that I'm hitting maturity levels that will help allow that. I mean, obviously I have so much growth to go, and at 34 years old I don't know anything really, but all I can do is take my experience and my dedication and try and push this forward and start again. That's all I can do. It's all I've got. I'm getting older now. I'm getting to the point where it's going to be very hard to start losing this weight. I have a lot of weight to lose. And like I said, keto seems to be the key that I truly believe will take me there. I just need to put myself into this and make it happen. So I'll just outline a few what my ideas are going to be, because I have done keto quite a few times and I know what to expect from the get-go. I know what my body needs to make sure that it all works, because when I'm on keto, it's a whole nother world. That's why I get so upset at myself, is because it fixes everything for me. Sorry, it fixes everything. It helps so many aspects of my life that it's shocking to me that I keep going away from it. So I'm really dedicated to getting those aspects, the good aspects of keto, back on track in my life. So my whole plan is, when I was on keto, the last few times, I've always found that at first I like to consume a lot of vegetables, obviously a lot of greens, and I'll do a quick download of keto if you don't know it. I'm assuming you do, and you can Google it and find out 100 million things, YouTube it, find out everything. Basically, keto is a high fat, moderate protein and very low carb way of eating. It sounds shocking at first, and honestly, I am the biggest food addict. I am the biggest sugar addict, to the point where even people around me that are addicted to food, I could eat something, I could take a mouthful of something and be like, oh, that could use a bit more sugar. And the people around me are like, are you kidding? That is the sweetest thing. I could eat sugar until the cows come home. I honestly could. And when I was younger, I would take spoonfuls of sugar while my parents weren't watching, and I'd make my mum cups of teas, and I would just sugar for her, sugar for me. Extreme addiction, and again, keto is the only thing that's ever been able to curb that for me. Once I start keto, it's hard. The first 2 days they're not great. They're hard. You have to push through it. But again, because I've done this and started so many times, I know what needs to happen, and I know where my mental state needs to be for me to be able to push through the cravings. Once I hit the third or fourth day, I'm feeling fantastic, and I go from there. I think the longest that I've actually done proper keto in a stretch of time is just under 2 months. And in that time, I started off with a lot of green veggies, as well as always a protein. So it would usually be like maybe steak, eggs, and sauteed cabbage, or steak and fried asparagus, or roasted cauliflower, the usual side vegetables that you'd have with keto, which are mostly green vegetables. After a few weeks of doing that, every single time, I'd start to crave vegetables less, and I'd want more meat. My body just naturally enjoys meat, and my mouth, I enjoy eating vegetables. I could eat vegetables, like I could easily be a vegetarian, but my body doesn't like it. My body wants meat. I get very sluggish when I don't have some sort of red meat over a period of time. I'm just a meat eater in that sense. So I start off doing meat and vegetables, and that's what I'm going to do. But my whole idea is to go into carnivore, whether that takes me a week or 6 weeks or 6 months. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to do it very gradually and as my body tells me. Again, because I have done keto quite a few times before, in even small periods, I know of time. I know how to listen to my body in that sense. And even though at this point, because I am still addicted to food, and even today I've been eating carbs, the messages my body sends me don't 100% hit my brain correctly, because I haven't got that brain gut health thing going on just yet, but I know that'll come with keto and sticking to keto. So that's my plan, is basically start off with my veggies, side veggies, concentrate on the meat, heavy, steaks, calamari. I'm really into calamari lately. Ultimately, I would love to cut out caffeine and dairy. My body is okay with a little bit of dairy. I can have a little bit of cheese. Cream, I've got to be careful, because it will make me a bit sluggish and digestively, and my stomach just doesn't like digesting that kind of thing. But again, I find soft cheese, or actually most cheeses, I never really have an issue with it. I can eat quite high quantities of cheese and be okay with that. But that's definitely something that, again, going forth, once I get the basic keto down and I'm feeling good and I've got the energy, the things I will be looking at is cutting down on dairy, especially my cream intake. And also, I want to get to a point where I'm probably doing carnivore. And caffeine. Caffeine is a real issue for me. It's another big addiction. But it is something that I want to cut out altogether. When I get in the keto mindset and I'm doing keto and the first 4 or 5 days have gone, I can usually just drink tea from that point on, and I'm totally fine with that. Other than that, in the long run, I really would love to start doing some prolonged fasts, because I have done a couple of 24-hour fasts in the past, and I feel fantastic. It is a very strange thing to tell an obese person that they're going to feel good when they don't eat for a long period of time. If someone who hasn't experienced that for themselves, just like me a couple of years ago, it seemed the most foreign thing, right? Because I actually would get very unwell if I didn't eat every couple of hours. I would get dizzy. I'd have to lay down. My best friend, who's Melly D on YouTube, if you want to check her out, we're going through this journey together, separately but together, which is an amazing support system for me, especially. I can't talk on her behalf, but I'm sure it's the same. She's seen me at my lows when I haven't eaten, and usually at that point, what I would do which is just so scary to think about, I would go make a strong coffee loaded with sugar, and I'm talking like easily 10 or 8 teaspoons to 10 teaspoons of sugar, and I would all but scull that down, and I'd start to feel better. The science behind that, I'm not sure. It freaks me out, but that's something that can't be good. So once I even out on keto, that completely goes away. So my goal will be to aim for prolonged fasts in the future. What that looks like yet, I'm not sure. I'm going to take this day by day, but I'm going to bring you along I'm going to bring you along on the ride with me, and hopefully, I mean, these aren't going to be amazing videos. At first look at the quality of this. This is my webcam. I may steal my best friend's amazing Canon camera from time to time. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to be pretty. I don't wear makeup. I'm not that kind of person. I am what I am. My hair's all crazy. I'm crazy. So if nobody watches these videos, that's fine by me. This is just for, I'd love it. I'd love everyone to, but this is just for me to document how I go along and be able to watch this back in the years to come when I've succeeded and I'm happy and everything's in place. So thank you for listening to me ramble for 11 minutes. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to chuck it straight up. I would love for you to come with me, comment, subscribe, all the rest of it. I'm just going to keep uploading these and see where this journey takes me. If you want to know anything about keto, I love talking about it. I could talk for hours about it. I feel like I know a lot about it. Hit me up and like I said, comment, like, subscribe. That'll be amazing. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye.